So next, we're going to configure Jenkins to make sure how we can schedule our builds through Jenkins, and there are so many things that Jenkins supports, right? Uh, we'll first gonna do the one thing that we'll go to Google and download Jenkins really quick. So it's very simple. It's like a UI tool. You need to go to this link, Jenkins, and then here you need to click on download. So this is you'll see you get a long-term support and a weekly release, right? So from here you can choose Windows. If in case you want to work on a Windows latest system, you can download this Windows zip file, or instead of downloading this, you can download a generic WAR file, right? So this WAR file will gonna work on both Windows and Linux and Mac operating system. So once you download this WAR file, I have already downloaded it. You're gonna go to like I have kept it somewhere over here. This is how Jenkins WAR it looks, right? So it's around a 60 plus MB file, 61 MB file. The very first thing you need to do is to configure Jenkins services. Normally, if you're working in an organization, these things are generally managed by DevOps, right, or the development team. So, majorly, you're going to see that the Jenkins is already configured, and they're going to provide you a URL where you can schedule your Jenkins builds, right, where you can generate builds. So here we're going to see the entire step from scratch, how we can configure Jenkins, and what all things we can configure in the Jenkins UI, how to schedule builds. So everything we're going to see step by step. So very first thing, I'm going to open up a command prompt from here, and I'm going to type a command that says java-jar jenkins.var. So once I run this, this will gonna start Jenkins services on my local machine itself, right? Local machine, as in the host for the local machine is localhost. So it takes few seconds to start the Jenkins services, and once it is successfully started, we're gonna see a message: Jenkins is fully up and running. So let us give it some time till the time Jenkins is being started. So let's wait for a few seconds. If you're starting it for the very first time, it takes a couple of seconds to start. Right. Till that time, we can go over here, and the URL that we need to type is localhost 8080. So Jenkins by default it starts on the port 8080. So if you press enter right now, it will going to show us some UI, but Jenkins is not fully started, so maybe we'll not able to see many things. See, it's saying please wait while Jenkins is getting ready to work. So we actually need to wait for a message that says Jenkins is fully up and running. So let's wait for some more time, and then we're gonna see the Jenkins UI fully launched over here. And you can see we got a message Jenkins is fully up and running. Now we can go over here and like once it gets refreshed, or you can refresh it by yourself as well, and you're gonna see something a UI something like this. Initially, when you're getting started, you'll not see all these builds. These are actually I have generated all these builds. So you will see a blank section over here mentioning new item. Right. Before we create any item, any build to Jenkins, we first need to manage Jenkins. So if I click on manage Jenkins, I need to click on configure system. And here we're going to see a couple of things. So initial thing that we need to see check is the JDK installation path should point to your Java home. It is not, if it is not there, you need to add this variable, right? In the latest Jenkins, it's been observed that this JDK and the Maven configuration path, these are the two things we need to do. So Maven configuration, you need to create a variable Maven home, which should point to the Maven root directory. In initial setup, initial like the latest release of Jenkins, you might not see these things over here. the JDK and the Maven installation path. If you don't see them, then don't worry. Just directly go to Jenkins and click on new item. So what happens, you're going to see a lot of things over here. Here you need to select a Maven project, right? If you don't see this Maven project option, just select a freestyle project. In any case, we'll be designing a Maven project. If we select freestyle option as well, then also we'll be scheduling a Maven build as well, right? So if you see Maven project, then just give this build name as data driven live project. You can give any name to this build and click on OK. So in a couple of seconds, you're gonna see a new build showing up, right? So here, there are so many things that can be configured in Jenkins. For the time being, we need not to worry about all these things. And what we need to do is to give the path of our pom.xml file. So pom.xml path is uh, from here, press Alt Enter and copy this path and paste it over here, and then define the goal that is clean and test. So this is the goal which we actually give when we run our Maven build, right? So when we build our project through Maven, if you remember in the initial session, we right click on the project and say run as, then we have selected Maven clean and Maven test. So same thing we are actually giving it over here, and just click on save. That's it. And now if you go back to the dashboard, you're going to find your project over here, data driven live project, and you'll see a sunshine over here. This is because there are no build failures at the moment. If in case the build has some failures, you're going to see some clouds over here, then some more clouds. If you have more failures, then some thunderstorm, some rain coming, depends on how many failures are there in your build. Like over here, 3 out of 5 builds fail. Over here, 1 out of 4 build fail. So depending on the number of failures, Jenkins show you report based on the weather report, right? So this is a build option. Once you click on this, your build will get triggered. You're gonna see your build over here. Just click on this and then click on this. You're gonna see the output of your build showing up over here. And in the output, you can see it's actually executing the Maven pom.xml file with a clean test goal. So in some time, you're gonna see the test cases that we have actually written will get executed. It will actually gonna call your test suite. See running the test suite, and then you're going to see the browser. It's actually going to launch a Chrome browser. So in a couple of seconds, a Chrome browser will get launched. See, the Chrome browser is launching, and all your tests will get executed. So instead of working on Eclipse or command prompt, you'll have this GUI setup, and you can directly like run your builds from here itself. Right, so this was a parameterized test that we have actually executed. And then so all tests get successfully executed. So 5 run, no failure, 1 skip as per the configuration that we have done, right? And if we go back to our project, we're going to see the last build status, the last stable build. So the last build was a stable build, right? So there was no failure. And if we go back to main Jenkins, we have a zero fail, 100% success ratio. It's showing over here. And for the reports, what we need to do, if I refresh this project, in the target surefire reports, we're gonna see the latest updated reports inside HTML. You can see extent HTML, and the date and time you can match right now. So it's showing us the very recent report, right? So I'm gonna just copy this and let's see if the results are same on this report. So see, 1 skipped and then 4 executed, and then we have one. This was a soft assertion, right? This was a soft failure. So we have actually intentionally added one of a soft failure in the test, that is bank manager login test. So that is the reason it was not shown in the Jenkins report. We were actually reporting it in the extent report, the verify equals, right? So this is what it fails. All right. So this is how you can configure this with Jenkins, and you can directly run your build over here. But the report that you were looking for is inside the HTML folder over here and inside your project hierarchy. If you want, you can integrate this report within Jenkins as well. You can see the same report once your test is executed. You want to see the reporting part over here as well. That also you can do. So in order to see reports over here, we need to configure some HTML publisher plugin, right? So in the next lecture, we're going to see how we can configure the HTML publisher plugin and how we can actually map the reports to the Jenkins build itself. All right.